Earlier tonight, we mentioned KFC's full life crisis. It retired the original recipe slogan, finger licking good, during the pandemic when it was forbidden to lick fingers. KFC flogged bucket, why not, asked us to look on the fried side of life, told us this.
Shut up and take my money.
And they wouldn't shut up with this one.
Someone said KFC. Did someone say KFC?
What? As the host of Gruen, Gruen Transfer, Gruen Sweat, Gruen Planet, Gruen Factor, Gruen Report, Gruen XL, Gruen Triple X and Gruen Nation, I have to ask Todd, can you rebrand too much?
Well, this one's a bit close to home for me because my mum worked at KFC for my whole childhood, and she used to say the only damn thing finger-licking good about them is the grease that's stuck under your fingers after you do a shift.
Would she come home and let you lick those fingers? What a heartwarming story.
And eat the chicken. So they've done two levels of branding. So in the 90s, they cleverly went from Kentucky Fried Chicken to KFC to sort of put aside the word fried in the 90s where, you know, fat-free and fried was a bad thing, to put that aside and diversify their offering. And so that was their first major change, KFC. And then the second one was COVID comes and they can't talk about licking fingers. And so they moved to this sort of abbreviation, which is now super popular online. So they're just leaning totally into that. You know, FML, YOLO, like all of this is now, and so they're trying to say, hey, we get it, and here it is, and this will work well online. Personally, those ads, you know, shut up and take my money, I don't want to like them, but I do. And the reason I like them is because they're not trying to elevate fast food. They're not trying to pretend it's quasi-healthy. They're just saying it's a craving. And there's something clean about them not mucking around with that. They're saying people want it. It's about hedonism. It's about stuff in your face. It's about enjoying yourself. And they're just going up. They're not saying that this is clean eating. They're saying this is dirty joy.
Yeah, I know. The ads are basically, you're gross, you know it, eat our chicken.
That's it.
Yeah.
And there's something clean about that.
Yeah, we serve it in a bucket. You know it's not a proper restaurant.
They are talking to 18 to 24-year-olds primarily, and so they think that this language and this behaviour is absolutely hilarious. And so I think it's actually forced me to accept it and go, this is actually extraordinary. It's a great case study. But one of the key metrics KFC use when they're seeing how successful are their campaigns is they use a brand buzz. And so they actually measure against 18 to 24-year-olds who's talking about their brands and what the positive sentiment is around it. And what they're finding with that primary market is that they are absolutely, consistently, absolutely winning that buzz war. And that's what the QSRs or the quick service restaurants are fighting for, which is buzz. So you can't beat McDonald's at the moment. They're 3 times the size of KFC, twice as many stores. They've got a bigger marketing budget, but they beat them on buzz. And that's the importance for the brands to be able to do that. And they win in different areas. So they are very culturally relevant in the ways they show up in music and sport and fashion, not just traditional marketing or traditional media. And they're able to lean into themselves and be proud of it and say, we know it's messy, we know it's oily, and they don't take it away, they actually put it in front of you. And like, that's what their current campaign is, I'm gonna wipe my hands on you and it's gonna be messy. And that gives them permission to own occasions. So now they own the hangover, and they own Friday night footy on the couch, they own long road trips. So they've actually lent into it so hard that no one else can get in there, and they love that.
It's probably the best creative case study in Australia in the last 10 years. I mean, the notion of pride in fright. Why I think it's a great case study is, you know, it's 20 years ago, oh, I need 60 seconds to tell the story, right? So the creative community was like, give me 60. And then there'd be an argument about that, and there'd be 45 seconds. Then there'd be an argument about that, and it would have to be a 30-second. And then there'd be an argument about 30 seconds, have to be a 15-second. And they'd say, there's no way I can do anything in 15 seconds. Well, KFC's doing it in 6 and 7 seconds. This is the breakthrough. It's genuinely an advertising breakthrough, Will, whereby they are proving that you can build brand and sell product and have price in 6 seconds. And so whenever you're in a discussion with, you know, the creative community and they are saying, I need more time, you can just show them this stuff. You say, no, you don't.
What a compelling argument. Please thank our panel, Russel, Renata, Lauren and Todd. Stay tuned for the Weekly with Charlie Pickering. Before we go at Gruen, we're always looking for a chance to sell out and make a quick buck flogging crap that's of no value to anyone. So if La Boo Boo can do it, we can La Tutu.
From the hypers of pointless trends like Beanie Babies, Furbies, Bored Apes, Tarzos, Trolls, Tamagotchis and Gruen mugs comes the latest soon-to-be worthless trend from the Astrustru La Boo Boo Corporuru. It's La Gru Gru, with all your favourites including Russel Howcroft, Todd Sampson, and the rarest of them all, Wil and Doo. La Gru Gru, guaranteed to lose their value almost immediately.